Guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name's Erica and I share all things homeschooling, family, and faith. It is currently 8 a.m. and I'm leaving the gym. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning into my normal routine of stretching, reading my Bible, and getting ready for the day. But my SD card was full, so when I went to go reformat it, I completely erased all of that content. But trust me, it happened. Anyways, I was leaving the gym and I just was thinking recently about how as moms, we can kind of put ourselves on the back burner and not really take care of ourselves or do things for ourselves in the morning or any time of day, really. And it's just been something that I've been working on lately, is trying to think of things that bring me joy and do those things, because then I'm more filled with joy for my family. You know, going to the gym in the morning is something that I love to do. That doesn't mean that that needs to be your thing. It could literally be anything that you love to do. But I think doing something early in the morning to set your mind and set your day and set your body, we can just get caught up in doing everything for everybody else and not doing anything for ourselves. And I definitely fell into that pattern for such a long time. But I'm really trying to prioritize, especially as my kids are getting older, to do more of the things that I love to do and that bring me joy. Whatever it is that brings you joy, I would really recommend finding one of those things and doing that. Having a good morning routine helps to set your mind for the rest of the day. And I know I say that all the time, like I constantly talk about morning routines, but they're so helpful, because I know when I go home, I'm gonna have to cook breakfast for everyone. You know, kids have big emotions, and sometimes I feel like I get nothing accomplished in the day, but really I did, because, you know, my daughter might need to be held for like 20 minutes to calm down a big emotion. And you're constantly working on character building, and, you know, all of those things take so much time and effort. So sometimes when I look at the to-do list of things that I wanted to accomplish, and I'm like, wow, I got like 3 of those things done, I feel like I didn't accomplish anything. But really, when I break it down and go back through the rest of the day, it's like, okay, well, my daughter, you know, she was having a big emotion about this and we stopped and we talked about it. Or my son, you know, he's working through this, so let me help him through that. And then of course, you know, being a homeschool mom, I do actually school my kids as well, which takes, you know, 4 hours of the day to do most of the time. Yeah, those things can seem like they're not productive because you're not necessarily contributing to society and you're not getting paid for it. And I think that's something that I struggled with for a long time, was like, okay, if this doesn't have any monetary value, then it's not something valuable. But that's actually not true, because, you know, your kids are going to go out into the world later on in life and they're going to be members of society, and you want them to be really healthy, amazing members of society that treat people with love and kindness and make the world a better place. And I think that, you know, all that character building that you're doing and all of that work that you're putting into them on a daily basis is going to pay off in the long run. You know, those days that seem long and you're really just in the grind and kids are throwing temper tantrums, or they're sick, or your house is like a disaster, like those are the moments that you're building, you know, love and respect and all of those things into them. And then that's going to turn into them wanting to have a healthy relationship with you when they get older. So yeah, that's just like a long-winded way for me to say, do something that brings you joy in the morning. You know, the rest of the day, it can go up and down. It can, you know, peaks and valleys. It just is what it is. But yeah, it's just really important to take care of yourself, because you have so many other people to take care of. So anyways, we are going to drive home. We have a field trip today, so I thought I'd bring you guys along for that. We also have BMX tonight, and I do need to fit in schoolwork because yesterday I did no schoolwork whatsoever. We had a play date with one of our friends, which was super fun, and then I was filming and editing, and then we went outside and played like at night, so we just really had all my schoolwork stuff out and we just didn't get to it. But that's fine, beauty of homeschooling, and we're pretty far ahead anyway in our curriculum, so that's fine. We'll bring you along for that. So their lunches are packed, and now I'm going to make a matcha for myself, because matcha always. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my matcha, because actually a lot of people ask me this. But anyways, I always use half almond milk and half oat milk. The almond milk, I usually buy like an organic, super clean brand, but then the oat milk is usually like a barista blend, because honestly it just tastes better in my matcha.
And if you want like to see my videos, you can go on YouTube. New improved videos coming.
My new and improved video.
And today we're gonna keep snails until they die.
Okay, so I pretty much make cold matcha every day because we live in South Florida and it's always hot. So yeah, I don't really drink hot matcha until it's like January, February. I always use a food scale because I like to make sure it tastes exactly the same every single time because it is the favorite part of my day. So if it's off just a little bit, it makes me so sad. Okay, so I do 4 ounces of almond milk and 4 ounces of oat milk. Then I like to sweeten it with this monk fruit sweetener and I do like 8 drops of it. Then I do a heaping half teaspoon of matcha. And then I add 2 ounces of water. So it should be nice and frothy when you're done whisking it. Favorite part, it looks so pretty. So good. Honestly, my favorite part of the day. So necessary. A lot of people love their coffee. That is how I feel about matcha. And I will go out of my way to look for super awesome, amazing matcha places anywhere I go. Cece, do you have your glasses?
Yes!
Okay, do you have your water or your lunchbox? Where are we going?
To see worms.
To see worms.
We're gonna get some worms. We're gonna get some worms.
Microscopic. Germs, bacteria, fungus. Well, animalia is big, right? Most animalias are pretty big, but like...
You can just kind of take that and like stab it in.
We just got home from our worm event, and now we have 2 boxes of worms to take care of. So there's a bunch of shredded paper on there, then some worms and food underneath there. And they said to keep them near a windowsill and to keep it moist every day. And then apparently, this is all gonna turn into dirt, which is pretty cool. So what'd you guys think of the worm thing? What'd you think, Sig?
Awesome!
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Putting the snakes in. And
Not snakes, worms.
worms.
They would not have snakes in a box.
And the person told me that worms eat people.
What'd you think?
Cool.
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Playing war.
Playing war. You guys played with your friends afterwards, right?
With my boyfriend.
All the boyfriends. Okay, so I think the rest of the day, we're gonna do this because it's like almost 1 o'clock. Mommy's gonna eat some lunch. Then I figure we can make some pizza dough so we can have pizza for dinner tonight. Because we used to, okay, go ahead. Because usually, we used to do that every Friday. We would make pizza dough for TGIF. But then we started going to Blaze Pizza every Friday instead. So we haven't made pizza in a long time, right? So we'll make pizza dough. Then while the pizza dough is rising, we need to do schoolwork. Because it's 1 o'clock and we've done no schoolwork because we went to a field trip instead, which is fine. And then what do we have tonight? We have BMX races. So that'll be fun, right? All right, let's get to it. So this is what I made for lunch. Pretty super random salad, but it's basically just spinach, arugula, microgreens from Costco that I love. It has black beans, quinoa, sweet potato, avocado, and then this is my favorite dressing ever. The Bragg's oil-free vinaigrette. There's no oil in it or anything. It's literally just like apple cider vinegar and spices. So I really like that. And then I made this the other day. It's like a vegan lemon cream sauce. All right, we're gonna take 2 cups of flour first. We're gonna add 2 more cups of flour. We're gonna put it off to this side. I like to use a kitchen scale for literally everything because then you're not cleaning up a bunch of dishes. 4.5 teaspoons of yeast, okay?
Why always?
3 teaspoons of sugar. 1, 2, and 3.
Can we start yet?
All right, then we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of salt.
1 pound.
So the original recipe calls for 2/3 cups of water, but we're doubling it. So it's technically like 2/3 and a 2/3 is 1.3, which is like 1 1/3, I guess. So you have your 1 1/3 cups of warm, like super warm water. I just run the sink until it's super hot and then, or super warm, and then I just add it in here. And then we're gonna add 6 tablespoons. You can do olive oil, but I like to use avocado oil because that's what we have on hand. There. All right, and then we're gonna mix this. Pour it in. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, go ahead and mix it. Yep. We're gonna turn it on, and then we're gonna add just a little bit of flour at a time. Different than normal. Once your dough pulls fully away from the wall and you have a ball, that means it's good. This is the most forgiving dough ever, so you literally just put a towel on it. I put it on top of my stove with like the light turned on, and then I let it sit for 30 minutes and it will rise. You can let it sit for longer, but usually 30 minutes is pretty good, 30 minutes to an hour. And then I'll cut it into 4 and we'll make pizza. Freeze the other 3 pieces of dough so that we can have that, so that the next 3 weeks when we make pizza on Friday, I just have to pull it out of the freezer in the morning and then the dough is ready. While that rises, we're gonna get some schoolwork done. I know this happens to everybody, but especially, like, I always feel like it's just me. But anyways, I get up at 5 every day. So by like 2 o'clock, all of a sudden my energy just like, it goes from like way up here, like Energizer Bunny, to literally down to the ground at like 2 o'clock. That's why our homeschool block is from 10 to 2, because I know that that is like a really good time for me to be like energetic and get schoolwork done with the kids. But we didn't do schoolwork yesterday, like I mentioned, because we had a bunch of play dates and everything, so I really do need to get some done today. So we're just gonna push through this little afternoon slump and we're gonna do some schoolwork, and then hopefully I can get some editing done, and then we'll go to BMX tonight. Okay, so when I and E are together, what sound do they make?
Retrieve.
Retrieve, very good. So let's review. Make sure it does not go below this baseline, okay? Good, very good, much better. Now point to the fraction 1/2. So this right here would be 1/2. You're gonna write a 0, and then you're gonna carry the 1. You're gonna tell me the sounds that each one makes.
Lowercase m.
Lowercase m.